Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Player Sky Darth Maul. And it's the fourth one. Yep. And I there's always a craze for Star Wars right now since the new movie is coming up. And they've created this just in time. Here we go, here's the box art. I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I'll provide the link down below if you are interested in getting some play arts. And it is a window box. And inside we have Darth Maul here. Nice layout. Here a bit more information. And let's see if we can take a closer look. There we go. Probably pause the video if you want to read that. Backside here are a lot of cool poses. So this is the fourth one. I'm not sure if they're going to continue the line. But it would be cool to see if they ever make the recent ones from the new movie, but we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the box art. Star Wars Player Sky, they range about 100. Well, most Player Sky right now are over 100, so that's the price point for them. And yeah, so let's take a look inside. Alright, we got Darth Maul here. He looks great, and he is really menacing. Yeah, the design of the alien race is from really cool. Just heads up, this is gonna be a blind review. I'm not too into the Star Wars lore, but I do enjoy the designs. And there are a few things. Well, I've seen reviews on this one, and I think a few pointed out that the neck is a little too long. Yep. And it's just resting on the base. I kind of wish they made it a bit lower, but there's no way of fixing it. It's not too bad, and it's just one of those that you kind of get used to it. It's kind of like the same way with Boba Fett's helmet, which is a little too small compared to the proportion of the body. Yeah, so sometimes the proportion is kind of off. Otherwise, you have this kind of like the cape, which is swaying on one side. I mean, some people do want to sway on the other. It's not really a big thing. I mean, at least we have a kind of like that action pose. So it's not too bad. I mean, it still gives you a flexibility to move his legs around. Another thing I want to point out, I'm not really fond of this neutral foot or feet. Well, this one kind of prevents them from putting a left foot or two left feet, but at the same time it kind of takes away from the look, because it looks like it's just too straight. I mean, he's an alien, but actually other players are having that same issue for me. And there's actually, well, they only have the swivel here, but even then that's kind of weird. Kind of wish you can swivel like side to side too. I mean, you can actually take this out if you are curious what's in there. It's just a straight peg. Maybe put a ball joint. Well, there is. It'll create a like a gap, but maybe something like this. It's angled a little bit. That wouldn't be bad, right? So maybe a ball joint that you can extend out, in and out. We'll see what they come up with in the future. Anyways, we'll just quickly go over articulation. I'm not sure if this is your first Player Sky Darth Maul review you're watching, but let's take a look. Alright, so neck, we kind of already explored that. There is an alternate face, which is right here, which you can just pop out. Let me see if I can do this. You just snap off his head like that. And I put this on, and hold on. There we go. I sometimes forgot I'm recording, have my window open, and you probably heard of airplane passing by. And once we put this on, it's actually, yeah, not too bad. You get that grin in his face. Really evil looking. And just be careful when you put this on. You do have the horns there, not sharp, but as you press it down, you're putting enough pressure there. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Shoulder wise, you got this, I think the standard new joint that they have. Just gives you a swivel, but it does not sway out, which is good. I like that. And we have a bicep swivel here, which goes along with this shoulder. I'm not too sure what you call this, but oh, it's another piece in between. Oh, that's cool. So you have that bicep swivel. You can always move the elbows as well, ratchet the joint, which is good. Then you have the wrist joint. Torso wise, it's actually not bad. I mean, there's not much gap, which would have been great on other like Spider-Man. So this one's actually good. Could have wished a little bit more ab crunch, but I think this is perfect. I think this is just nice. I mean, the whole body again, which they been doing recently, is just making in this flexible material, which is working quite well. Then you have this whole waist thing, which is this top part here, which you can actually move around. Same thing with this. Then you have kind of just like a plane underneath. It's still in the soft material. You can move this up. Double jointed knee. That's a really nice design. Yeah, quite nice. Not too bad. We have gray joints here, but it doesn't really deter much from the overall look. Ankle joint, you have this flexible shin guard, and we already talked about the foot there. So that's pretty much it for Articulation. I mean, this is great. I mean, he can do a lot of cool poses with this one, and it's one of those that you appreciate ratcheting joint because it is a big and somewhat of a heavy figure. It does not contain diecast though. Yeah, this is really cool. Alright, let's go over some of the accessories and gimmicks. Alright, so let's go over the variety of hands. And you know, lately I've been noticing we're getting quite a bit of hands, which I really appreciate. Finally, Player Sky or Square Enix going through with this. So you get open hands right here, aside from the closed fist. What else we got here? Another set of posing hands. Yep. Nice details too in the back plate, or the back hand. And you have a pair for holding lightsabers. Yep. Lightsabers, here we go. So you do get two of them. There's two handles. And each one, you're gonna get the effect parts, which just goes inside there. One of them is kind of tilted. Do the same thing here. So actually, in a way, you kind of have, that's this way. You can have a mini chopsticks. I actually have a lightsaber chopstick, but actually, even yeah, I had it at work though, which actually also magnetized. So there you go. You have mini chopsticks, and to combine them, you actually have to take this out, the handles. Here we go, and you have a separate handle right here. Although they could have just added like a small connector part to combine them, but they give you a new one, which is pretty cool. Combine it here, combine it there, then you have your dual-ended lightsaber, which Darth Maul is quite famous for wielding. And there we go. Let's go ahead and swap out the hands. So let's see here. We'll have him wield it with the right hand. I'm not sure if it's left or right-handed. So they're just straight pegs, quite easy to swap out. There we go. And to put this on, well, the fingers are actually quite soft on this particular play arts, so it's a bit easier to wrap around. There we go. yeah, quite great. This is really nice. And you can have a lot of pose with this. Just awesome. And likewise, let's have it with just 2 lightsabers. And here we go. Yeah, it looks great. You can definitely do a lot of cool poses with this. Yeah, this is just great. And also there is going to be an action base, action standout for Playhard Sky, which I haven't built yet. And yeah, you can do a lot of dynamic pose with Darth Maul. Really cool. And I think that pretty much wraps up the review. This is a really amazing figure. I like it. It's very dynamic and it just comes with the right amount of accessories. And it would be great if it comes with effect parts, kind of like a Darth Vader, where you can where you see like the slashing or swinging of the lightsaber. It would be cool with this one, but I mean, we're already getting a bunch of accessories, not to mention a quite variety of hands, which for those who have been collecting Playhard Sky know from experience that there's a lot of cool figures made before that would have been better with a pair of hands. A set of pair of hands. Otherwise you just get a set of right hands, which kind of sucks. Anyways, that's it for the review. I got one from Tatsu Hobby, and I hope you guys like this review. Anyways, if you have any other questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.